The sun has been the life-giving beacon of our planet. It is an immense nuclear furnace burning at over 15 million degrees Celsius at its core. It has risen and set, painting our skies with colors, powering life, and anchoring the delicate balance of the solar system. Yet, like all stars, the sun is not eternal. It can vanish. What if, in the blink of an eye, it disappeared? What would happen to Earth, to life, and to the universe around us? Would anything survive the catastrophic event? In this video, we will journey to the very heart of a star to understand the life cycle of our sun and the unimaginable consequences of its fiery demise. The sun, the radiant heart of our solar system, was born approximately 4.6 billion years ago in a vast swirling cloud of gas and dust known as a nebula. This nebula, a remnant of ancient stars that exploded in massive supernovae, was composed of hydrogen, helium, and traces of heavier elements. For millions of years, the nebula floated silently in the cosmos, until a disturbance, possibly a shock wave from a nearby supernova, set it into motion. This disturbance caused the gas and dust to clump together under the force of gravity, initiating a process of collapse that marked the beginning of the sun's formation. As gravity continued to pull the materials inward, the cloud spun faster, flattening into a disk with a dense core at its center. The core's pressure and temperature soared, reaching millions of degrees. Eventually, hydrogen atoms fused into helium through nuclear fusion, releasing immense heat and light, marking the sun's birth as a star. Today, the sun is considered a middle-aged star, steadily burning in what scientists call its main sequence phase. During this time, it has become the ultimate life-giver, enabling Earth to flourish. Each sunrise delivers the energy that fuels life as we know it. Plants harness sunlight through photosynthesis, producing the oxygen we breathe and forming the foundation of every food chain. Every drop of rain, rustling leaf, and blooming flower is a testament to the sun's vital role in nurturing our planet. Yet the sun's significance extends far beyond life on Earth. It is the glue that holds the solar system together. Its immense gravity keeps the planets in their perfect orbits, ensuring Earth remains in the Goldilocks zone, where conditions are just right for liquid water and life to thrive. The sun also inspires awe with its boundless energy, powering solar panels and offering humanity a clean, renewable energy source. Its magnetic storms create breathtaking auroras that light up the night skies, while its solar winds shape the atmospheres of distant planets. More than just a star, the sun is the heart of our solar system, the force that binds it all, and the source of every spark of life and wonder that surrounds us. The sun's power is the force that sustains life on Earth and governs the movements of our entire solar system. But like all stars, the sun's life is finite, and eventually it will reach the end of its cycle. So, what would happen if the sun suddenly disappeared? What would become of Earth and all the life that depends on its warmth and light? Well, for the first 8 precious minutes, life on Earth would continue as normal. We will be completely unaware of the catastrophe unfolding millions of kilometers away. This is because light, and any information about the sun's fate, takes that long to travel from the sun to our planet. However, as the 8th minute strikes, everything would change. The sky would turn black as the source of all life and energy ceased to exist. The sun's gravitational pull, which holds the planets in their orbits, would vanish in an instant. Without this anchor, Earth, along with the other planets, would be flung out of their paths and set adrift in the vast, cold emptiness of space. The temperature would begin to plummet almost immediately, as Earth's surface lost the last remnants of heat from the sun. Within hours, the planet would become an icy shadow of itself. Cities would go dark, the air would turn frigid, and survival would depend entirely on artificial sources of heat, at least for a short while. Without sunlight, the delicate systems that sustain life would begin to unravel. Photosynthesis, the process that powers plant life and oxygen production, would stop entirely. Plants, unable to produce food, would wither and die, triggering a collapse in ecosystems. Herbivores would starve, followed quickly by carnivores as the food web disintegrated. Within days, Earth's surface temperatures would drop below freezing, and the oceans would begin to freeze over. Initially, only the surface of the seas would solidify. But as the days turned into weeks and months, the ice would thicken, consuming the waters below. Without the sun's warmth, Earth would descend into a frozen wasteland, an uninhabitable relic of its former self. As Earth drifted further and further into the cosmic void, it would eventually become unrecognizable. The last remnants of humanity, if any survived the initial disaster, would face an insurmountable struggle to endure the freezing temperatures and lack of resources. Over time, Earth would become a silent, frozen tomb, a testament to the fragility of life and the immense power of the sun. Given the catastrophic outcome of this event, the question is, could any life form endure the extreme aftermath of the sun's disappearance? Surprisingly, some life forms might cling to existence longer than others. Deep beneath Earth's frozen surface, extremophiles, microorganisms adapted to thrive in harsh environments, could hold out for a while. These extraordinary creatures have evolved to withstand intense heat, crushing pressures, and even toxic chemicals, making them perfectly suited for life near hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor. These ecosystems could remain active as long as Earth's geothermal heat from Earth's mantle and core persists, offering a temporary refuge to these microorganisms in a world plunged into darkness. However, even these resilient ecosystems have limits. As Earth drifts farther from its previous orbit and the internal heat diminishes, the hydrothermal vents would eventually cool, cutting off the last source of energy for these organisms. Over time, even the hardiest extremophiles would succumb to the growing cold and lack of resources, marking the end of all life on Earth. As Earth drifts through the vast emptiness of space, unbound by the sun's gravitational pull, it embarks on a perilous journey in search of a new sun. While the chances of finding another star are slim, they are not entirely impossible. For Earth to reconnect with a new sun-like star, it would need to pass close enough to be captured by its gravity without being destroyed by the asteroids and debris encountered along the way. To reignite life, Earth would also need to settle in the star's habitable zone, where conditions could support liquid water and sustain life. However, this journey would be fraught with immense challenges. The freezing darkness, lethal radiation, and incomprehensible distances would make survival for current life forms nearly impossible. Only the most resilient microbes in hydrothermal vents might cling to existence, though even their endurance would eventually fade. This journey of Earth to find a new sun reflects the universe's eternal cycle of destruction and renewal. If Earth were ever to find a new sun, it might one day spark life anew, offering a chance for new possibilities and beginnings. The sun's sudden disappearance might be impossible, but its eventual death billions of years from now is an unavoidable truth. Picturing this cosmic finale isn't just an exercise in imagination, but it also helps us appreciate the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. The sun isn't just a fiery ball of gas hanging in the sky. It is the heartbeat of our solar system, the giver of life, and a cosmic artist shaping worlds. It has nurtured Earth for billions of years, fueling life's incredible journey. And when its time comes, the sun won't simply vanish, it will change, spreading its materials across the universe to help form new stars and planets, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the cycle of creation. Thanks for joining us on this cosmic journey through the future of the sun and our solar system. If you enjoyed exploring interesting stories with us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. What topics do you want us to dive into next? Let us know in the comments. Join us as we get animated about science here at Animated Science.